Part 46. The Black Technology Chat Group of the 10,000 Realms. Author, Huo Dong. Chapter 451. 451 Chapter 451 Universal CNC Machine Tool. Chapter 451 Universal CNC Machine Tool. Octopus and Tang always have some gadgets in addition to this car. Maglev car. The staff introduced them and took the small gadgets. They said. Small magnetic suspension spherical car, which is ellipsoidal overall, small and light, suitable for single or double rides. An ellipsoidal small magnetic levitation vehicle came from the road and was suspended in front of everyone. Tang Gang and Roy Rupert couldn't help but experience the car. Although the space of this small magnetic suspension ellipsoid is relatively small, it is also very good in terms of travel speed and intelligent driving. There is also a magnetic levitation skateboard. This commercial possibility is relatively small, purely a science and technology toy. Maglev trucks are larger, unmanned, safer, and faster in terms of speed. The magnetic levitation truck completely abandoned the passenger space, which is equivalent to a magnetic levitation mobile container, which is more convenient for transportation. Various vehicles can operate based on magnetic levitation devices and inductive roads. These products have also strengthened the confidence of the top executives of Hung Seng Group in Penjiun Automobile Co., Ltd. In the room, Lu Zixin was anxious to work with RI-8901 and Dongfang, and gave them the next stage of the mission. High-precision working machine, built in the fastest time, revitalize our automotive industry chain, Lu Zixin confessed. At the beginning, Optimus Prime gave Lu Zixin the basic mechanical structure diagram. Lu Zixin has let the Eastern Dragonfly completely learn. The RI-8901 is an ultra-modern industrial robot that is especially good at the manufacture of working machines. RI-8901 has no opinion, but Dongfang is not satisfied. These silly big ones will do it. I have to go on holiday, I want to go out, Dongfang said. I have just developed a magnetic levitation car here, and there are still a bunch of problems that have not been processed. First make the work machine and make a vacation, Lu Zixin said. And the main job is done by Zhang Qiang, to complete this task and let you take a vacation. Oh, Dongfang shrugged and unloaded his two arms directly. He said, this hand is really not used. Lu Zixin calmly looked at this shocking sight and continued to discuss the problem with the working machine with RI-8901. RI-8901 offers several working machine designs, industrial masters with a completely ultra-modern science and technology level, and high-precision CNC machines with modern multi-axis machine tools. Lu Zixin weighed the pros and cons and said, our main purpose is to improve our automotive industry chain and make mechanical parts meet the needs of magnetic levitation vehicles, so do this first. He clicked on a solution in the projection, and the virtual simulation diagram of the working machine was immediately displayed in front of Lu Zixin. Zhang Qiang introduced, Universal CNC Machine Tool Module, Advanced Machine Manufacturing Machine with 360 degrees mechanical operator without dead angle. It can be mechanically manufactured in the nano-precision range. The whole process can be operated by quantum computer numerical control design and manufacturing mechanical production equipment. Lu Zixin magnifies the simulation of the Universal CNC Machine Tool Module, which is a huge mechanical device, including mechanical lathes with different functions. It began the simulation run, and the various mechanical components were grasped by the robotic arm, machined and assembled into various industrial machine tools. The working machine is a machine that manufactures machines and machinery. This universal CNC machine tool can manufacture not only individual parts but industrial machines that manufacture parts. As long as it is manufactured, it will no longer be a problem to restrict the parts and components of Penjiun Auto. Well, just choose this. How long can it be made? Lu Zixin asked. Today, Zhang Qiang has a clear understanding of the industrial capabilities of the Hung Seng Group. After a quick calculation, he said, if it is a top secret manufacturing, it only takes 15 days. The so-called top secret level manufacturing is a top-level research and development model within the group established by Luzixin. In this model, the main participants are only Luzixin's absolute trust, regardless of the current limitations of science and technology on the Earth, using the help of RI-8901, Oriental or other black science and technology chat group friends, develop ultra-modern science and technology products to ensure they are not perceived by others. It's made with top secret grade and it's made first, Luzixin said. Like the equipment of the working machine, Huaxia has not been able to catch up with foreign countries for more than a decade. Luzixin can only use this method to quickly reach its goals. These days, Penjiun Automobile Co., Limited and many industrial enterprises in China are facing tremendous pressure. The market value of several major domestic auto companies and some industrial enterprises fell sharply. The sound of the decline of the Penjiun car is also growing. Because Penjiun's latest new energy driverless car is almost completely out of stock. The new production and sales plan, Penjiun car, has not been announced, leading some agents, already thinking of ways to get out of the pit. Yu family and his son, who had previously opened the Ford store in Penjiun, were also anxious. In the Ford store of Science and Technology's full-featured Penjiun car, the virtual projection car salesman still smiles and introduces Penjiun car products to customers. However, in the end, these customers often leave with complaints, because now they can't get a car. In the office, Yu Lang and his son were also worried about this matter. The head office has been out of stock for half a month. We don't have any inventory at all. New orders don't dare to pick up. What can we do if we go on? Yukong sighed. The shop is burning money every day. Yu Lang has no good way, but can only comfort, reassure. During this time, the mechanical restrictions of various countries have a great impact on the head office. It is estimated that the company is responding. It will be fine this month. That's too slow. It's been half a month. The company doesn't have any movements. Yukong is dissatisfied. I don't mean, let's lower our car configuration, or increase the price, and buy as many people. The mentality is stable, and the people above naturally have their considerations. After all, Yu Lang has been doing business for decades, and his mentality is still calm. In any case, in just 2 months, we have already made the money completely. When I came back, I also made a lot of money. It's okay to not make money for the past 2 months. In this time, we must do a good job in all kinds of after-sales services to appease the mood of our customers and not to bother the company. It can only be like this, Yukong sighed. The two talked for a while, and suddenly Yukon's quantum computer began calling him. The head office sent me confidential documents. The company's decision has come down. Yukong's look changed to read the confidential documents transmitted through the internal quantum information network of the Red Letter Group. End of this chapter. The Black Technology Chat Group of the 10,000 Realms. Author, Huo Dong. Chapter 452. 452 Chapter 452, Basement First Floor. Section 452, Basement. The contents of the document are divided into 2 parts. One is the new car information. The magnetic suspension car of Penjiun has been successfully manufactured, and some new car information has been sent. Yukong just looked at the parameters a little and showed a shocked emoticon. When he saw the projection video, he was amazed. Fast, convenient car. The magnetic suspension car actually came out so fast, unexpected. He continued to look at the second piece of information, which was the head office's response to the order problem. The company has urgently dealt with the situation of recent inventory emergency. It has resumed production in 3 this month and opened the order. Please rest assured that the production standards and quality standards of each series have not changed. The order price will not change within 3 months. We'll make appropriate adjustments after 3 months. I finally ordered it. Yukong was overjoyed. He was waiting for this news. There is no car to sell in a car sales service store, This is the most nonsense. He had been worried before that the company and foreign parts suppliers did not talk properly, resulting in a long period of no supply. That is, the head office can drag, they cannot afford to drag. Now that I am ready, I can finally order it again. And the quality has not changed. One can earn $1, he can finally breathe a sigh of relief. Dad, good news, the head office said that you can place an order now. Yukong immediately told the news to his father. I said no problem. How, is there any change in price and quality, asked Yu Lang. No, it stays the same, Yukong said. We are going to place an order now, so early, so as not to be out of stock. Yes, order soon. The father and son immediately began to prepare, mobilizing the liquidity in the store and rushing to the head office. This time the order was very smooth and it was passed quickly. Okay, I am relieved. After placing the order, they can start to maintain the previous customers and prepare for the work. Right, this maglev car looks so good, when can it be sold? Yu Lang asked. This company did not say, but with the efficiency of our company, it is estimated that it will take a few months. Yukong is also full of expectations. This is a unique black science and technology product in the industry. The competitiveness is not used at all. Talk because it has no competitors. If such a car starts to sell, what kind of gold pot is not to be earned? Penjiun Automobile Industrial Park. Penjiun Automobile announced that it will present a new car conference with cross-age significance here. It will invite people from home and abroad, automobile industry and machinery manufacturing related industries to participate in the introduction of Penjiun Automobile's latest magnetic levitation vehicle and magnetic levitation intelligent roads, and answer questions about the recent outages of Penjiun Automobile, and give consumers a satisfactory reply. Penjiun car has been silent for so long, and finally has to respond, and there is news of the magnetic levitation car. The media smelled unusual questions, and they are crowded. Other car companies do not dare to take a nap. Although Penjiun Automobile is still a young enterprise, it is behind the Red Letter Group that has created countless miracles. Therefore, large-scale car companies at home and abroad have expressed interest in this and are ready to send representatives to visit. Germany's Bosch Group, China's president of the District of China, De Pingfen, and the executive of Germany's headquarters, Fran, were invited to Penjiun Automobile Industrial Park. Previously, the Bosch Group was once a large number of accessories suppliers for Penjiun Automobile. Since the EU's mechanical restrictions, the two sides have suspended some important spare parts transactions. Fran said in French, last month, representatives of Penjiun Motor also personally visited our headquarters factory. I think this time, they will accept our conditions. Last time, he proposed an agreement that some parts could increase the price and was rejected by Penjiun. There is a great possibility. De Pingfen nodded. There have been rumors in the industry recently that Penjiun cars seem to be back to production. They should be unable to withstand the pressure, or accept our conditions. Compare the suppliers of the United States and the island countries. Our products are more competitive, even if they are more expensive. Look, this time they have to develop a cloth meeting, but they still have to show the magnetic levitation car, Fran said softly. This outdated gimmick also took out hype. It seems that they are really anxious our conditions can be improved. The two reached a tacit agreement. In addition to them, other visiting guests also had their own thoughts. Really look at the car, but not a few, except for some fanatic fans. Hello everyone, welcome to the live broadcast of the car home. Now we have already arrived at the industrial park of Penjiun Automobile. Today is the new car conference of Penjiun Automobile. Little Black and Ziobai take you to watch, in Penjiun Automobile Industrial Park. In addition, one male and one female, two young live broadcasters are being broadcast live with the assistance of several staff members. They are one of the invited media. A professional on a car website has some popularity on the internet because it often does some car reviews and related small programs. This time, Penjaun's magnetic levitation car attracted a lot of fans' interest, so they specially prepared this live show. They went to the industrial park and they were stopped. The staff informed that the conference was held here. "Nanny, what is the situation? We haven't gotten in yet, just outside. Have you made a mistake?" the man named Xiao Black asked the staff. "Hello, please rest in our rest place. This time the conference will be different because of the difference, so please stay here. Please don't worry, there is free drinking water, food available," the staff patiently replied. The long-legged girl Xiaobai said silently, "I was the first time I saw this development meeting, so let us advance the venue. It still started in half an hour. Wouldn't it be confusing to go in together?" The netizens who watched the program were also speechless and said, "What is this? After watching it for a long time, nothing has been seen, not even a venue. How do I feel that this is a roadside, looking at the press conference on the side of the road. The place where they are is indeed next to a road. Except for the rest of the building, there is nothing else in the building." The two chatted with the audience for 10 minutes. Finally, the staff began to arrange and asked them to go to the basement. There was still a basement level here. Is the conference held underground? Isn't the underground parking garage? Xiaobai said curiously. They came to the basement level. It was not the conference site they expected, but the parking lot. But not an ordinary parking garage, but a smart garage. End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The Black Technology Chat Group of the 10,000 Realms. Author, Huo Dong. Chapter 453. 453 The conference on the 453 chapter car. The conference on the 453 chapter car. The entire smart garage is like a mechanized factory. Each parking space is an independent intelligent device. When the car is parked inside, it will automatically detect, repair and clean the car. This is the Penjaun Automobile Company specially prepared for the development of new cars. The place is still the first time to show it. Wow, the handsome garage is full of science and technology, Xiaobai was proudly said. They registered the seat number while they were waiting. Industrial design style, intelligent garage arranged in order, automatic operation of various mechanical equipment. The online audience also saw this and exclaimed, "This parking lot is really amazing. The parking space in our community is about 100,000. If it is here, at least 1 million. I want a garage like this too." Suddenly a little looking forward. After the staff arranged, one of the smart garages was automatically opened, and a car that was praised was full from the inside, drove to them, just stopped in front of them, and the micro devices on the car automatically confirmed them after scanning. The identity of the flight attendant who appeared in a virtual projection, said in a sweet voice. "Two distinguished passengers, you are welcome to take the first generation M-015 magnetic levitation car developed by Penjaun Automobile. We are going to the press conference." The two men sat in the car with great expectations, waiting for the real good play to begin. At the same time, when they were in the car, they began to ponder the interior, space, and functions of the car. The space inside is very spacious like the driverless car. There is no cab at all, so it looks like a lot of space. Xiaobai lay on the sofa and showed his beautiful legs. "Wow, this is the latest car projector game of Red Letter Games, it's cool." Little Black directly opened a projection game and showed it to the audience. The sofa is still folded, and after the spread is a small bed. You can sleep directly. It's a mobile hut. I want to watch movies, play games, even bring friends to play games, bring my girlfriend to play games, surprise. The two of them introduced one sentence after another, and the audience watching the distance was even more envious. "Good car. This car is much more comfortable than what Super running. I am not so comfortable at home. Isn't it a magnetic levitation? How do you still have four wheels running on the ground? Little elder sister legs are white. This car is too forceful, and it is absolutely windy to drive out. They argued that the magnetic levitation car had already left the garage and came to the outside of the magnetic levitation smart road. At this time, the magnetic levitation system was started, and the wheels of the entire car were retracted, smoothly flying and suspended on the road. Although the audience could not see the suspension status of the two people riding the car, they could see the appearance of other cars through their live view, and suddenly they were full of screens. 6666. Fly, fly. Sure enough, magnetic suspension, I am. The cow is better, my brother. It's the same car, you want to go to heaven. Envy. The two people in the car were also pleasantly surprised. They explained, it's really floating, everyone sees that all the cars on the road are now suspended. We just didn't have any shaking or other feelings just now, which means the suspension is very stable. White, have you brought coins? Asked Little Black. Bring it. The two put a coin on the small table in the car is still driving, and the coin did not appear a little shake and collapse, which is enough to illustrate the stability of the car body. This kind of super high balance stability, I want to be very satisfied with the car sickness. The car continued to drive. Suddenly, the virtual flight attendant appeared and smiled and said, "Respected passengers, Penjayun Automobile X new car release conference, will start now. Next, we will drive along this magnetic levitation intelligent road, you can choose to turn on the view mode." The two opened the viewing mode, and part of the body became transparent. Like them, other passengers sat in the car leisurely and watched each other. On the road, there appeared the figure of Penhong Automobile President Zhang Hongmei. She smiled and welcomed the guests and said, "I think this will be an unforgettable conference, because this conference, we will held in the car, on the road." The press conference held in the car, my God, I have been in the car industry for so many years, I really met for the first time, Little Black exclaimed. If it is another car company, I am absolutely too lazy to go. But now, everyone sees that although we are in the car, everything around us can be seen clearly, and other guests can chat freely through communication devices, much more comfortable than in the venue. Xiaobai nodded and said, "This experience is really good. This is a mobile conference, you see, there is a projection on the road, all cars are controlled by the driverless system, the host of the conference, everyone can see the video, like chatting directly with us." In their field of vision, various projections appeared on the intelligent road. The host and everyone chatted and introduced the performance of this new car. The function displayed by this smart road has also amazed many guests. The entire road has an intelligent control system that allows each car to charge at a suitable speed and position, and can also play large images. Oh, my God, in a car, a representative from an old car dealer in Detroit, USA, exclaimed, "This has subverted my imagination." At the press conference, he also directly contacted the senior officials of headquarters and forwarded everything here. "It's amazing, this magnetic levitation car and smart road completely subvert our traditional travel, turning the boring and uninteresting journey into a journey of enjoyment. Boss, I swear, the auto industry has to shuffle again." In another car, several representatives from the island nation are rushing to record various data and send them back to headquarters. The various performance parameters that have been detected completely exceed the previous driverless cars of Penjayun, and the technical level of this magnetic levitation vehicle has reached the point of commercial development. How exactly did they do it? Too terrifying. Representatives from Europe at this time felt not only amazement, but also a trace of fear. They know that to achieve this level, there is no strong high-tech and precision industrial support cannot be done. And Huaxia, there is no such resource before. Are the Americans working with them privately, or are some of us leaking technology to them? No, there is no such technology in Europe. How did Penjayun do it? End of this chapter. The Black Technology Chat Group of the 10,000 Realms. Author, Huo Dong. Chapter 454. 454. The 454 Chapter Highlights. Chapter 454 Highlights. They are full of doubts, but they don't know the answer. Some people suspect that Americans and Penyun have contracted in a private contract, leaking technical information, and some people think that it is an island country. In terms of precision technology, only a few countries can compete with European precision industry. In any case, this time we come to China, we must figure out, if someone violates the agreement, we will definitely appeal to the EU and the World Trade Organization. For them, this fact is hard to ignore. In the past few decades, relying on the monopoly of precision industry, the European developed countries led by Germany have exported a large number of industrial products to developing countries such as China. And if Huaxia owns such technology, with their industrial output capacity and low labor costs, it will not be long before the high-end market will be filled with made in China. The press conference is still going on. The discerning guests have been unable to hold their own excitement or doubts. They want to find Penjayun Group to ask. And this unique car launch conference is on multiple platforms, attracting the microscopic of the majority of netizens. For the first time, they saw the public launch conference, the intelligent road avatar filled with the virtual stage of science and technology, light and vocal music, everything. Some businessmen with brain light have even thought that this smart road can be developed into a tourism project, similar to an amusement park, not just an infrastructure for transportation. Good things, on a magnetic levitation commercial vehicle, the director of the Municipal Traffic Management Bureau expressed sincere gratitude. Maglev cars, unmanned driving, and this intelligent road, if the city can cover such a new type of transportation facilities, traffic management is only 10,000 times easier. It's always going to happen, Luzikson said. Now we already have such a technology. If you want to promote it, you need help. In this commercial vehicle, in addition to the director of the Traffic Management Bureau, there are also senior executives from large enterprises such as Zhongnan Construction Group and Huacheo New Energy. Through a series of demonstrations and introductions, these CEOs are very interested in this project. The Hongxing Group is really a big deal. I dare to assert today that in the next 10 years, the smart road will definitely replace the current conventional roads and spread all over the world, the CEO of Zhongnan Construction Group vowed to say. That the tone was full of surprises. I really didn't expect that today I can see such a cross-era road. Before we started construction, we never thought that the function of the road is not only transportation, but also a place for recreation and entertainment. The current cross-industry competition is really terrifying. The CEO of Huacheo New Energy also seriously said, I agree with you. I don't know much about other aspects, but the function of charging this new energy car is too powerful. Before, we have cooperated with many new energy auto companies, and we have also cooperated in developing some methods to improve the charging of new energy vehicles. Various batteries, various power stations, and various methods have been tried so far. We have not found any. Traditional fueling is a more time and labor-saving method. If the roads in the future can be charged by magnetic induction, then we don't need to spend a lot of manpower and resources to build the charging station. We only need to lay a rechargeable road to solve this big problem. The endurance of new energy vehicles can be almost unlimited. The market prospects are immeasurable. Octopus, well, I have subscribed for this project, and no one should grab me. Ha ha ha, someone on the car said with a smile. Zhangzong, you can say this late, this conference is over. I think the investors will rush to invest in construction. There is no shortage of capital in the market, and only the projects that can be invested are missing. In recent years, all promising projects seem to have been monopolized by the Hongxing Group. It is hard to see a big project that the Hongxing Group can't afford. Those capitals and enterprises will naturally not miss this opportunity. The more people in a car are talking, the more they are working, and some people have already contacted the assistants and secretaries in private, preparing for the relevant matters. The magnetic levitation vehicle travels smoothly to the end of the Intelligent Road, which is the park of Penjayun Automobile Industrial Park. Here, there is a Penjayun product exhibition hall. The crowd was guided off and entered the exhibition hall. Zhang Hongmei made a brief introduction and said, "The functions of our magnetic levitation vehicles and intelligent roads must have been seen by everyone. However, these are not all of our conferences. The real highlight of this conference is coming soon." Her words whipped up everyone's appetite. For them, the magnetic levitation car and the intelligent road are already shocking enough. Actually, there is still a big show. What should it be? The media workers have already been excited. This wave of no loss will definitely get the headlines. Some editorial departments, even Zhang Hongmei, started to push the news. In the center of the exhibition hall, a maglev truck unloaded a carriage, and everyone was full of curiosity about it. What exactly was there? Is it a new type of magnetic levitation vehicle? Zhang Hongmei began to explain and said, "After more than a month, our Penjayun car encountered some difficulties, which caused our car to be out of stock and brought a bad experience to the users. I will say sorry to you first." Everyone listened quietly. They all knew that the EU's mechanical restrictions and the technical restrictions of various countries made Penjayun Automobile suffer a head-on, almost halfway through the road. Honestly, if it weren't for today's magnetic levitation car, how far Pengcheng can go, it is an unknown number. The reason for this incident, I can tell you calmly now. In the automobile manufacturing, some sophisticated spare parts, we rely on imports, and imported products are restricted by the importing country, which makes us unable to continue production. This is not only us. The problem of Penjayun Automobile is also a problem faced by the entire Chinese automobile industry. Today, we are proud to announce that we have solved this problem with the help of our engineers from Penjayun and with the help of the Red Letter Group. From now on, we can proudly say that we can make all the precision parts of the car. We have the best technology and products in the world. After Zhang Hongmei finished, the scene suddenly boiled and the performances of the parties were mixed. "What did you do?" the media staff waited nervously. "Too much will brag," several Americans whispered. "Chinese people always like to overstate. It's ridiculous. Can it be stronger than our technology?" The representative of Europe did not believe it. End of this chapter. The Black Technology Chat Group of the 10,000 Realms. Author, Huo Dong. Chapter 455. 455 Chapter 455 Precision Work. Chapter 455 Precision Work. Whether they believe or question, the site of the present is placed in that container. The cargo box is very large, and the things inside are definitely not small. The biggest one may be a car. However, Zhang Hongmei does not seem to be the case. Zhang Hongmei did not sell more, but issued instructions to open the container. The container received instructions and the wall of the steel casting was slowly opened. Presented in front of everyone is a huge mechanical instrument that looks like a large machine in a factory. But unlike the machine tools they have in mind, this large-scale mechanical construction is extremely complicated. Just looking at the appearance, you can find a lot of elaborate structures, and the mechanical design is not known. Is this a machine tool? The person who knows the goods has already recognized it, but he still doesn't know why Penjayun wants to show the machine tool at the press conference. Is there anything special about it? All the employees of Penjayun Automobile saw that the mechanical face was not the same, but it was a bit confusing. This made other people even more confused. They have not heard of it before. Penjayun has any secret weapons on the machine tool, and their parts are almost all produced by the foundry. Zhang Hongmei said loudly, "This is the real highlight today, part of the world's most advanced new generation universal CNC machine tool jointly designed by Penjayun Machinery and Hongxin Intelligent Design Co., Limited." At the same time as she introduced, various data appeared in the projections on the field, showing the capabilities of universal CNC machine tools. Universal CNC machine tools are controlled by quantum computers to achieve complete intelligent control. They have the most precise mechanical structure and nano-level machining accuracy, which can meet the aerospace precision design. With the addition of other components, we can proudly announce that with this universal CNC machine tool, we can process the parts needed for any car, no longer need to import, no longer need the help of friends. What? Universal CNC machine tools, the world's highest precision, quantum computer numerical control technology. The guests present were shocked. As we all know, precision machinery, especially machine tool manufacturing, has always been the leading global leader in Europe and America. Most of China's enterprises rely on imported products, or spend a lot of money to buy their elimination products. A high-end machine tool, sold to China, can sell tens of millions or even hundreds of millions of dollars. The machine tools made by China have improved in recent years, but there is still a big gap compared to the above. Now Penjiun Automobile actually said that this machine tool has broken the monopoly of Europe and the United States, and even ahead of them. The news is too shocking. This not only means that Penjiun will get rid of the restrictions of suppliers, but will also change the light industry in China. Impossible, omnipotent, how could there be such a CNC machine tool? The representative of the German Bosch group immediately questioned the voice. Even in our group, there is no machine tool of this kind. This is not a 1 or 2 years. Is it an exaggeration? Can quantum CNC be able to work with a universal machine, mechanical design? Even with quantum computer control cannot do it, Penjiun Car's representative of a partner said in a low voice. In case it is true, it is too terrifying. If we can really make such a thing, then our country's automobile industry will move from the low-end to the high-end market. Even such a working machine can change the entire industrial situation. Not only is it industrial products such as cars, ships, airplanes, etc. can be used. A media worker is excited, he is more willing to believe this. The Americans, the Islanders, and the Koreans who are present cannot be calm. Some of them are the parts and components of the Chinese car companies or the upstream suppliers of the technology supply chain. They have made a lot of money by relying on technological monopoly and exporting high-precision products. If it really solves Penjiun Automobile, it is conceivable that a large number of Chinese car companies will definitely cooperate with Penjiun Automobile to purchase machine tools or order parts, which is the market of hundreds of billions per year. Zhang Hongmei did not give them the opportunity to question and continued, "We are sure to have a lot of doubts about our universal CNC machine tools. The specific details will be announced later. Now, please enjoy the performance of our universal CNC machine tools. I want to invite a guest to cooperate. We will use this machine to engrave a model of a guest. Mr. Fran, are you interested?" Zhang Sunmei specially invited Fran, the representative of the Bosch group. Fran is doing this. He just questioned the authenticity of the machine and wanted to find out. Fran and Didifan next to him looked at each other and had a tacit understanding in their hearts. Fran said politely, "I am honored." Fran went to the display stand and his eyes stayed on the universal CNC machine. This is only part of it, mainly used for finishing. He looked closely. From the mechanical structure of the appearance, it really is like this, just really processed, will be more powerful than their technology. Fran's heart is tens of thousands of unbelief. "Welcome Mr. Fran." Zhang Sunmei said that many people here also know Fran, from the top of the Bosch group, the world's largest auto parts supplier. It can be said that their group has already represented the highest level in this industry. If you can let Fran approve, this thing is confirmed. However, will Fran recognize it? "Mr. Fran, please let our robots scan for you first," Zhang Sunmei said. A drone flew to the stage and scanned Fran all over the body to record his appearance. Later, another staff member released a square piece of square metal. Zhang Sunmei said, "Mr. Fran's appearance information has been recorded by quantum computers. Next, we will use this machine to engrave this ordinary metal block into the appearance of Mr. Fran. I believe, will definitely surprise you. I am looking forward to it." Fran smiled and then stared at the machine. People goal, engraving character Fran, scale model 20, 1 receive instructions, start the task. When the metal block is placed in the workspace, the quantum computer begins to manipulate the machine to operate. The lighting on the spot is also adjusted, so that everyone can clearly see the process. In the direct machine workspace, the square metal block is clamped by the delicate control tongs, and then several thin needle-tip working knives start to operate at the same time. Under the control of the computer, they are coordinated, iron cutting, and metal cutting from all directions. Each piece is just right, accurate to the nano level. The audience naturally couldn't see the accuracy. They only saw that in the working space, the metal blocks were quickly cut, like fast-forward fixing. Just a few seconds, the metal block completely changed and the human figure was revealed. End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The Black Technology Chat Group of the 10,000 Realms. Author, Huo Dong. Chapter 456. 456. Chapter 456 is vivid. Chapter 456 is vivid. Processing continues, and people can clearly see that the original ordinary metal block has become a metal sculpture, and the shape and Fran are really similar. This step is already very remarkable. This represents the numerical control ability of the quantum computer and the precision and dexterity of the machine tool processing. Some viewers nodded secretly. The metal powder is continuously dropped, the strong wind is blown out in the workspace, the dust on the metal surface is removed, and a delicate and compact metal figure appears in the eyes of everyone. Through virtual projection, everyone can see clearly. Hey, the sound of the air in the field sounded, and they clearly saw that the metal block had become a small Fran. Body proportions, clothing, movements, demeanor, and even the corners of the eyes seemed to be exactly the same. Fran was horrified, and he was recently sent to him in the hands of the metal villain. He looked carefully, as if he saw himself in the mirror. The appearance is similar, and many mechanical processes can reach such a level. The key is the subtlety, which is exactly the same. He can see that every hair of his own is carved clearly. In order to facilitate his observation, the projector also specifically enlarges some places for him to see. Tens of thousands of hairs are real. Engraved out, not the blurring done. The corner of the metal sculpture, the small creases on the clothes, the pattern, the pores on the skin, can only be seen after zooming in. And this is not a mirror, but a metal sculpture of only the size of a palm, all done by a machine tool. Fran can no longer calm down. He knows that the Bosch Group's best machine tools, the most sophisticated machines, can't do this. The hair is carved on the nano-level operating unit, and it is a three-dimensional all-round operation, controlled by a quantum computer, which is even more brilliant than their best CNC program. Mechanical design, CNC system, mechanical precision, these technical barriers that have been built for decades, all at this moment, are broken. It seems that for decades, the Bosch Group and European high-tech brought the faith of Fran to be ruthlessly crushed. Fran still held the metal sculpture, but his hand was slightly trembling, as if he had lost his strength. "Zhang Sunmi," I said with a smile, "is Mr. Fran satisfied with this assignment? This metal sculpture will be given to you." "Satisfied, very good." Fran hardly squeezed a few words from his dry throat, and his heart fell into the sky. Pa pa pa, there was a warm applause in the field, like firecrackers banging in the ear, some people cheering, an old mechanical engineer even left tears of excitement, shouting with a joyful voice that could not be suppressed. "I finally saw it, finally, one day, I saw the Chinese machine tool of Huaxia, and can make such beautiful works of art. They have already done this kind of way, it is possible to carry out nanoscale microcarving, and it is certainly no problem to make a precision part, said an American, a shocking companion in the audience. I think, our country-related restrictions have lost their effect. The Ministry of Commerce should have a headache again. Another American is rather calm. His company does not operate auto parts, but sells cars and assembles. He came to China, mainly to understand Penyun. Whether the magnetic levitation car has commercial value, and then choose whether to cooperate with Penjayun Automobile Group. As far as he is concerned, he has already strengthened his confidence. Today, he will send back the information he has learned from the conference to headquarters, and strive to be the first agent of Penjayun Automobile in the US market. Fast, send a message back to the company. This is much more advanced than the previous 5-axis linkage machine. Huaxia's entrepreneurs are also very excited. In the past few years, Huaxia independently developed a 5-axis linkage machine tool and barely owned its own advanced production machine tools. Nowadays, the universal CNC machine tool that Penjayun Automobile has come out has unparalleled performance. If you can buy such a machine tool, it will be a great improvement for the related industries, so they can't wait one by one, and quickly pass the news back from the press conference. Most of the audience watching the conference did not understand what it meant, but they saw that the exquisite carvings, lifelike, were all applauded. 666, really, exactly like a real person. This level, if you are carving a wax figure, it is 100 times better than those in the wax museum. It's too much. My sky, my legs and my hair are clear. I just want to know, is the nose hair in his nostrils carved out? The applause continued for a long time. Zhang Sunmi was interrupted several times. When she knew that everyone was tired, she said with pleasure, I believe everyone has seen that we have the confidence and strength to complete every step of the automobile industry, from with a small screw to the whole car. We can make the maglev car on the modern intelligent road and make the tired journey a comfortable journey. Next, she introduced some public information of the universal CNC machine tool in detail, and said that Penjayun Automobile Group has started to build its own Penjayun Auto Parts factory, and reached an agreement with some partners at home and abroad to use the latest universal CNC machine tools. Started production of the existing Penjayun unmanned new energy vehicles and various magnetic levitation vehicles. Penjayun Auto uses the most authentic products to let everyone know that they have the strength to become a new generation leader in the automotive industry. They will subvert the pattern of the industry and even redefine the mode of transportation. The press conference ended satisfactorily, but this traffic change has just begun. Within an hour, the news about the magnetic levitation car and the universal CNC machine tool has already smashed the media network. Weibo hot search the first 2 are Penjayun magnetic suspension car, 1 is universal CNC machine tool nano engraving. In the first place, the first question on the hot list is, does the Penjayun magnetic suspension car release have an impact on the automotive industry? Second, is the universal CNC machine tool really so powerful? What is it so powerful? These 2 questions, the heat rises hundreds of thousands every minute. Needless to say, the news media, the first column of the headline, hot push, all similar news. The people who eat melon soon enjoyed the video of the conference. The maglev cars inside them made them marvel and surprise, and they imagined that they could own such vehicles. Some wealthy assets were even looking for ways to buy them. Penjayun Automobile's industrial park is even more lively. The release was over, and the guests not only did not leave, but also found various reasons to stay, and some media workers who came to them, they all want to know more about the magnetic suspension car, smart lanes, and universal CNC machine tools. End of this chapter. The Black Technology Chat Group of the 10,000 Realms. Author, Huo Dong. Chapter 457. 457 Chapter EU Representatives' Doubts. Chapter 457 Chapter EU Doubts. Huaxia, the capital, the National Hotel Meeting Room, is one of the places where Chinese guests receive foreign guests. At this moment, the leaders of the Huaxia Ministry of Industry are negotiating with international business representatives from the Council of the European Union. The content of the talks is the recent mechanical restriction treaty initiated by the European Union, which has had a huge impact on China's automobile industry and industry. The Chinese side has also taken some measures to counter it, so that the economic and trade relations between the two sides are there is an impact, so such negotiations will occur. Robertson, the commercial representative of the Council of the European Union, sat on a soft and comfortable sofa, with real-time translations from the quantum computer software. He was emoticon calm and confident. Although Robertson worked for the Council of the European Union, he was a German himself. This mechanical restriction treaty was also initiated by Germany, so the Council elected him as a representative to visit China. He has already done his homework before visiting. The effect of the EU's restrictions on treaties was surprisingly good. At the place of publication, it won the support of many countries led by the United States and joined forces to restrict China. This is also the rapid development of China's frontier science and technology in recent years, which has caused the vigilance of other developed countries. In the past history, these countries rarely have such tacit understanding. This incident directly led to a setback in China's auto industry and some industries. The demand for foreign industrial products increased, while domestic production capacity declined. One of Roberts's big goals in China is to dump industrial products of EU countries at the expense of certain insignificant conditions. We believe that these treaties are not conducive to trade between the two parties. We propose to make appropriate amendments or deletions to Articles 3, 8, and 9, leaders of the Ministry of Industry and Commerce of China. It is described in detail. I am very sorry, these are all necessary conditions. It is our self-protection of the EU industrial system. I will pass on your opinion to the Council, but I have no right to make a decision. Robertson is fearless and resolutely not big. Concessions in the direction, restricting the industrial development of China, and dumping high-end industrial products in Europe are the guidelines that the EU Council has already set and will never change. There are some dissatisfaction in the hearts of the Chinese people. It seems that the EU does not intend to solve this problem easily. If it is really only the constraints of the EU side, the use of countermeasures will definitely be the EU countries. But this time there are other countries standing in the EU. China is a little convenient to play. The best policy is not. They are prepared to use the Chinese policy, continue negotiations, and strive for the dominant position. At this moment, the secretary of a certain leader whispered a few words in his ear, and the leader suddenly became surprised and turned into a surprise. Mr. Robertson, after these few hours of negotiations, we have not yet reached a satisfactory consensus. As a host, I would like to invite you to visit the recent inventions of our industry in China, so that you can understand all of us. Let's talk again. How? It's a great honor. Robertson is not in a hurry. No matter how he talks, now he has the dominant position. The result is nothing more than the distribution of benefits. As for the small invention mentioned by the Chinese side, he has already prepared himself, and it must be a means of showing off to increase the bargaining chip. Before the visit, they also let Robertson and the delegation take a break for a while. What happened? Why suddenly interrupted the talks? I am still ready to mention another of our plans with him. A leader who did not know the situation asked. Don't mention it, the Ministry of Industry, who received the news, said with a smile. Now we are asking him for conditions. He is shirking and rejecting it. It will be reversed later. What happened? Look at this news. What happened when we talked? It is really amazing. Our company is really earning a breath, actually developed such a black science and technology. Black science and technology, fast, show me. A group of Chinese grandmother, holding a quantum computer to view the information just passed. And these materials, it is the press conference of Penjiun Automobile. Who can think of the Penjayun Cars conference, actually here, was watched by a group of big crickets. Not only that, but when you see the magnetic levitation car, you will become a science and technology powder. Good guys, magnetic levitation cars, stability and our magnetic suspension high-speed rail can be comparable, but other features, even stronger than the high-speed rail. Yeah, this smart road really opened my eyes. This road has completely become a part of the network for transportation and management. It is artifact. Universal CNC machine tools. The Ministry of Industry's amnesty is difficult to call out according to its own excitement. This machine tool is the best in the world. How many industrial problems will this solve? 2. It's incredible, the technical gap has been crossed. With this, the EU, the United States and other countries will limit our treaty, it will become a waste paper. We are fully capable of producing our own high-precision industrial products, no longer subject to them. Ha ha ha, it's raining in time. At the juncture of our negotiations, there has been such a happy event. Fortunately, we just did not negotiate, and we will not regret it. This is good. It is not us, but Europe and the United States, their industrial products, and then want to dump to China. It is difficult. Transfer import is an export, and the industrial pattern of the future world will undergo major changes. The long-term visions of the big eyes have seen a pleasant future. Well, don't say this. Let's share this good news with our European friends and see what he thinks. At this moment, the conference hall was filled with a cheerful atmosphere. On Robertson's side, the EU delegation was taking a break. Robertson suddenly received news from the EU Council, let him suspend negotiations, return to China as soon as possible, and renegotiate. It seems that something important happened, and he will be described in detail later. Robertson was full of doubts, but still loyal to his duties, preparing to suspend negotiations with the Chinese side. At this time, just after the time when Huaxia invited him to visit industrial technology, Robertson should go to the appointment and prepare to suspend the discussion. The place of the visit was in a newly created virtual projection hall at the reception of the foreign guests. When Robertson arrived, he found that the people on the Chinese side had become somewhat relaxed and even cheerful. He was somewhat puzzled and, under the arrangement, began to watch the picture of the virtual projection. End of this chapter. The Black Technology Chat Group of the 10,000 Realms. Author, Huo Dong. Chapter 458. 458 Chapter 458 Masters the Dominance. Chapter 458 Masters the Dominance. At the beginning, it was an introduction to some related industries in China. Robertson had already known it and did not agree. However, the picture turned around and went to the automotive industry, especially the things that appeared in the magnetic levitation car. His look was slightly serious. The news of the magnetic levitation car, he has already heard about it in Europe, but it is only a scheduled plan, saying that China's Penjayun car is trying to develop a magnetic levitation car. At the time, the automotive industry was not optimistic about this. Even if the magnetic levitation car can be developed, there is no road that can be matched with it. In short, it is too expensive and not suitable for development. Now, they actually made it, and there is such a magical smart road. Seeing the various pictures of the conference, Robertson's eyes are already straightforward. Terrifying cars, only 2 or 3 months, how did they do it? Robertson was full of surprise. Why didn't he have any news before? If the car is mass-produced, is there a living road for the traditional car? This will have a huge impact on the European automotive industry. Impossible, such a car, such a road certainly cannot be mass-produced. Robertson comforted himself in the heart, precision industrial technology is in their hands, such a car cannot mass production, is mass production, will also be subject to their constraints. But this idea he has not kept for 3 minutes. He saw the demonstration scene of the latest universal CNC machine. In the picture, the sophisticated machinery, the highly intelligent CNC program of the quantum computer, the art of carving like the hand of God. Let Robertson and the members of the EU delegation look at it. They have seen European countries, island countries, and even the top American industrial technology that has always been a world of high science and technology, but have never seen such a magical machine. In just a few dozen seconds, without any complicated operation and setting, only quantum computer scanning information is needed, and it can be automatically controlled to complete nano-precision industrial processing. With such a level, what other parts can't be designed? Every detail is unbelievable. Robertson turned pale, as a representative of the European Commission, a staunch supporter of the Machinery Restriction Treaty, and of course he knew what it meant. This means that with such industrial manufacturing technology, the restriction has become a joke for China. And through this technology, they can completely upgrade industrial products, grab the world market, and even dump the European market as an industrial product. And the purpose of his trip has become in vain. With such technology, will Huaxia also agree to compromise? Absolutely impossible. He finally understood that it is no wonder that the Council just let him stop the negotiations and return to Europe. It turned out that such a major event happened. It turned out that the magical high science and technology machine tool is the card of Huaxia industry. This card is too big, he can't afford it, the EU Council can't afford it, even the US can't afford it. The people who watched the EU delegation changed their faces. The Chinese people in the Chinese side all smiled. Now they should know, in the end, who is the right to speak. Mr. Robertson, what do you think of the industrial strength of our Chinese company? Asked politely. Very good. It is already the top level in the world. This kind of machinery is similar to our top industrial machine. The industrial technology in your country is developing rapidly. Although Robertson was shocked, he still maintained the style of a diplomat. The surface praises. The Chinese people in the Huaxia side laughed and said nothing. Instead, Robertson was somewhat underrepresented and offered to suspend the discussion. If an hour ago, the Chinese side would definitely have some concerns, but nowadays, the big men are just smiling and calmly saying, "No hurry, no hurry, the trade problem between us is not a problem that can be solved in a moment. We have patience." Wait for what? Of course, it is the EU countries that recognize the impact of this incident and take the initiative to make concessions. Robertson and others even had a hard time saying that, in just 1 hour, they completely lost the dominance of negotiations and had to retreat. It is conceivable that when they return to Europe, the countries of the European Commission will no longer think about how to obtain benefits from the Chinese market, but how to deal with this crisis and quickly reconcile with China in order to maximize the guarantee of their own economy. Affected. No one knows that a fierce international trade competition has come to an end and ended with the victory of Huaxia. Half a month later, news of high-ranking officials from all over Europe quickly spread. Some people have discovered that although the EU has not explicitly announced the lifting of the Mechanical Restrictions Treaty, it has secretly added supplementary amendments, and related industrial technologies and products have been reopened, and even more open than before. Correspondingly, the United States, island countries, Korea, and other countries have also opened relevant restrictions. Not only that, but the Chinese side found that some expensive and sophisticated industrial products that originally relied on imports have been reduced in price, and they even have the illusion that foreign countries' people are selling the same products in the clearance, and the conditions are quite favorable. The savvy businessman knows that this is entirely because of the universal CNC machine tool launched by Penjiayun Automobile Group this month. Since the Penjiayun Automobile Conference, there have been news of cooperation between several large industrial enterprises and Penjiayun Automobile Group. It is conceivable that the universal CNC machine tool will appear in more production plants for the industry. Manufacturing upgrades. In addition, Penjayun Automobile also cooperated with Doka State Enterprises and large construction companies to declare that road reconstruction should be carried out nationwide. The main trunk roads will be equipped with magnetic levitation induction boards for the future of magnetic levitation vehicles. The Ministry of Communications also announced similar news, encouraging local governments to carry out road upgrading. This is a good thing for infrastructure construction, expanding domestic demand, and improving economic growth. Local governments are naturally happy to see it. The most important thing is that the capital market is also very keen on this. As long as which company or local government announces the construction of the magnetic levitation road, the investment is convenient and swarmed, and the funding problem is solved to the greatest extent. Everyone knows that the era of reform of transportation mode has come, and the future smart road may become a new economic model, including automobile sales, road intelligence, entertainment media, charging and charging business, and so on. Penjayun Motor Group, because of these things, directly climbed to the most potential car companies. Countless people are looking forward to seeing magnetic levitation cars appear on the roads everywhere. Luzixon is also busy these days. There are many people interested in magnetic levitation cars and universal CNC machine tools. Not only businessmen, but also interested in the country. Thanks to the support of several book friends. End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The Black Technology Chat Group of the 10,000 Realms. Author, Huo Dong. Chapter 459. 459 Chapter 459 is a new group of glorious evolution. Chapter 459, a new group of glorious evolution. A military-industrial enterprise ordered a special edition of a universal CNC machine tool from Penjayun Machinery. In addition, it also ordered a quantum CNC system from Red Letter Smart Development Co., Ltd. After another careful study and discussion, the group decided to adjust the business management scope of the group. The three major businesses of Red Letter Electronics, Hongxin Intelligent Technology and Penjayun Automobile were divided into three subgroups. The core leaders such as Luzixon form a presidential meeting, responsible for the management of the Red Letter Capital, and the supervision and management of the three major groups. At this point, the Red Letter Group has changed from the former head office, subsidiary company and branch company model to the current multinational super-large group, namely the group and subgroup group. Below each subgroup, it is the subsidiaries and branches. The field of radiation in the Red Letter industry chain involves almost half of the high-tech science and technology industry. The goal of the Redness World Science and Technology Giant is gradually approaching. All of this is due to the help of many friends at 10,000 Realms Science and Technology Chat Group. Therefore, Luzixon once again gave the group members a benefit after the emergence of the random red envelope in the group. Peter Parker, thanks to the owners. Mao Yan, I have a good luck, actually got the program thinking adjustment template. Red Queen, dynamic emoticon, I can't grab a good thing every time the red envelope of the owner, my Red Queen is a crash, it is a group, and I won't point to the red envelope. Tony Stark, ha ha ha, I grabbed a good baby, great. Red Queen said curiously, what is, emoticon? Tony Stark, confidential. Red Queen, oh Jiao's emoticon, I don't want to know. Bruce Wayne, Scorpio, I also got a good thing. Red Queen, emoticon, a giraffe-like neck visit, what is it? Bruce Wayne also said mysteriously, you will know when you take it. Red Queen, emoticon, I read books, don't think about me. Luzixon also played a big heart and deliberately said, Aya, it seems that there is only one place left, and no more will not be robbed. Red Queen was silent. When Luzixon saw the group members list, it seems that someone was online. Just then, the group prompt, Red Queen received your red envelope, you can check the status of the collection. Luzixon immediately sent emoticon, eat emoticon, really incense. Red Queen, deny 3 even emoticon, no, I don't say it. Luzixon, emoticon, oversized. It seems that I missed something. The group members who just went online said that Luke was a long timeless appearance. Since the last time he foresaw the crisis, it has been quiet for a while. Mo Kang Jinjian said curiously, how is the intelligent life transformation? It's okay, I don't feel well when I lose my body. Luke didn't say what happened, but Luzixon could also guess that the former Hebron planet's dominance suffered a bigger blow. Mao Shijingyan comforted, after you get used to it, you will feel that there is nothing wrong with being a virtual life, but it is more comfortable. I still get used to feeling the body, Luke said, when I lie for a while, I must reshape my body. Skynet, be a mechanical body, stronger than the human body. Luke, after this disaster, I have found that pure science and technology has some drawbacks when it comes to magical power. I have to make a body that can resist magic attacks. As they chat, Luzixon has launched a random invitation group option within the group. Group tip, in the invitation of 10,000 realms, please wait. The waiting time was not long. After a short time, the group reminder sounded again, Victor has joined the group. In the group of members, a new name appeared, the mechanical pioneer Victor. His avatar is himself, a robot, or a person whose body has been mechanically modified. The body is a layer of armor, each part of the body reflects the metallic luster, especially in the eyes, making a strange light, like the eyes of death staring, with indifference and cold. Luzixon quickly opened the information of the new group members and learned about him. Group information, Mechanical Pioneer Victor, from the mainland of Val-Aland, born in the city of pollution and science and technology capital, Xi'an, is the famous science and technology genius, or, science and technology madman. He has been seeking the reasons for disorder and the painful answers of people. He has drawn that human emotions are the cause of all disasters, advocating the glorious evolution of human beings, that is, abandoning human emotions, transforming the human body into machinery, possessing more powerful power and absolute rationality. Way of thinking. Seeing that there are new members joining, the group of friends also expressed their welcome. Red Queen sent the fastest message, Pandaren emoticon in the office, welcome newcomers, pay protection here. Peter Parker, emoticon, welcome new friends, wrong, new friends. Bruce Wayne, it looks like an incomprehensible character. Luzixon sent the rules of the group to Victor, as usual. Victor's acceptance of the 10,000 Realms Science and Technology chat group was high, and he quickly responded by saying, so, is this a communication group of nether creatures? Peter Parker, what is a void? At this time, the magical Mr. Reed Richards said, it is definitely a difference in the way we express different languages. Victor explained, in the mainland of Val-Aland, all those who do not belong to our world, we think they are all from the void. Red Queen, I know, it's the meaning of aliens. Emoticon, I am so smart. Luzixon said, it can be understood almost like this. Victor, I was the first time I saw a vain creature like you. The other emptiness creatures are ugly monsters, only knowing destruction and destruction. Red Queen, emoticon, fried hair, ugly, sorry, there is no such word in my vocabulary, please don't use it to describe me. If you describe the words of the group owner, I have no opinion. Victor checked the information of the group members and became more interested. He said, I don't think there are glorious evolutioners here too, it's too rare, there are people in the void who have the same thoughts as me, but your glorious evolution is not enough. Peter Parker, who? Victor 8, Tony Stark, Bruce Wayne and Optimus Prime, all have a common feature, both steel armor or mechanical life. Perhaps this is part of Victory's glorious evolution. End of this chapter. The Black Technology Chat Group of the 10,000 Realms. Author, Huo Dong. Chapter 460. 460 Chapter 460 Chapter Hex Strategy and Technology. Chapter 460 Hex Science and Technology. I can take the liberty to ask, what is glorious evolution? Tony Stark asked. Glorious evolution is a sublimation of life using machinery instead of biological bodies. Let us become stronger from the weak, abandon those human emotions that create chaos and make us weak, cruel, evil. Victor mentioned this, very excited. One day, we will become strong and everything will be orderly. In order to achieve this great goal, I have already transformed myself. I will be the pioneer on this road and lead Zeon to progress. It turned out to be a great goal, Tony Stark continued. Unfortunately, we are not all the way. I just want to make a stronger steel shirt, not to turn myself into a machine without emotion. Bruce Wayne, Stark is a good person. Abandoning human emotions, can that person still be called a person? Including Luzixin, most of the group members could not agree with Victor's idea, but with one exception, it was Skynet. Skynet felt that he had met a friend and quickly said, "At Victor, you said it is very good. The human being I admire most is you." "No, it is an evolutionist. Machinery is evolution. Weak people should succumb to the power of machinery. We are all the way." Skynet thought that Victor would agree with himself. Who knows that Victor said, "No, I am not with you all the way. There is nothing wrong with human beings, and there is nothing wrong with machinery. The goal of glorious evolution is for a longer lasting peace, a fairer world, not war and destruction, or the killing between races." Red Queen, eating melons emoticon, eat it. Skynet sent a phrase of and it went offline. Luzixin was trying to say a few words, adjusting the atmosphere in the group. Luke grabbed him in front of him, and Atwicto asked, "Have you studied magic science and technology?" "Of course," Victor said proudly. "I used to be one of the most talented inventors of the University of Science and Technology in Zeon, the mechanical automation, even the Piltwarf, the city of science and technology, which is known as the mainland of Valoran. I can't find someone who is better than me. Science and technology and magic, I have researched and combined magic elements with science and technology, which is the core technology of glorious evolution." "That's good. I'm thinking about the magic of science and technology," Luke said, "especially using the magic of science and technology to make the body. I think you should be a master." "As you think," Victor talked about magic science and technology, and like the crazy scientists, he couldn't stop. And the things they talked to, only the two of them can understand, even if there are a lot of science and technology in the group, but they don't know much about magic science and technology. "I think that magic is another form of science, but the principles it follows break our conventional scientific cognition." Reed Richards was very interested in this and wrote down all their chats. His dead rival, the destruction of Dr. Dumb, is a high IQ villain who is proficient in science and magic. Have the opportunity to learn about magic, he will not miss it. Victor and Luke talked about making a body with magic science and technology. Victor said, "I used to make a robot with mechanical magic. It has a mechanically powerful body, but also has some magical power. More importantly, it can be like humans, think the same. I named it Brits, but unfortunately, this invention has been stolen by the shameless Professor Stan Rock. It turns out that magic science and technology is different from science and technology in general. It has both the organization and design of science and technology, and the magic of magic. Those scums have used my research results, and will be called Agat the Dead Resurrection, fitted with a mechanical body. It lived in a semi-mechanical and semi-human state. Look, easy ropeway. In this way, I can also create such a magical mechanical body and re-resurrect. But I have some doubts about your power source. What is the hex energy crystal?" Victor made a picture in the group, a blue crystal. "This crystal seems to have the magic of magic. Let people take a look, the mind is attracted." Luzixin sees just a picture, and there is a desire in my heart that I want to possess. Beautiful stone, Peter Parker exclaimed. This is the hexagon energy crystal, Victor said. It is a magical jewel from the Suramar Desert in Valhalla. It is said to have been a relic of an ancient empire with a highly developed magical civilization. It has a special energy structure that can store a lot of magical energy and has the ability to protect and enhance life. I am also studying it, but I still don't understand the principle of this hexagon energy crystal. Magic gems, Luke thought thoughtfully. In the devil world, there are fewer magic gems. In his own private collection, there are also many powerful and precious magic gems, and the magical gems with vitality. He is also the first time to see him. Perhaps this is not a magical gem, but a product of high science and technology, a kind of energy crystallization. Luke said, I am very interested in your glorious evolution. I also want to create the body of magic science and technology. It is better for us to exchange. I will send some magical gems to you to study. You will be the content of magic science and technology. Give me a reference. Red Queen, shocked emoticon, the group is bright and bright, trading. Victor was hesitant, and he was very cautious about his personal knowledge and research since his research was stolen. So his recent research is a person, no one knows. Luzixon saw the role of his own group and persuaded, you can rest assured that the group members are not people from the mainland of Valoran, and will not affect you, and we help each other. You are willing to. Luke also volunteered, if not, I am willing to send some magical gems to you. Valoran continent, Zeuan. Here is a city of chaos and sin. Here, people are distinct. The poor live at the bottom of the vertical urban structure, endure the dampness, darkness, and the mouse and the cockroach. On the upper level of the vertical structure of the city, the air is fresh, the sun is shining, and the products of the high science and technology are here, and there are the residences of the dignitaries. At the top of the sun, it is the world's most famous city of science and technology and the safest city in the whole of the Valoran continent, Piltwulf. The ironiest city and the most chaotic city are in the same place, how ironic. At the bottom of Zeuan, in a secret laboratory, Victor is thinking about the news in 10,000 Realms Science and Technology chat group. End of this chapter.